Hello, my name is Alice Guedel from the European Commission. I'm part of the digital finance team in DG FISMA. Today we're going to talk about the digital finance platform, which is a new project launched by the European Commission. So the objective of this digital finance platform is to have a collaborative space for regulators and innovators to work together and build closer relationships. What I mean by regulators are mainly national competent authorities, and by innovators it could be any innovative financial company, a startup, a mature company, or an incumbent. On the platform you can find different kind of features and content for the users. The users would be, as I said earlier, the market side with the innovative companies or even the supervisors. On the platform you have features like a mapping of all the fintechs in the European Union. So there are about a bit more than 4,000 companies that are registered on the mapping, and you can find them by filtering by country, by location, or by sector in the fintech industry. There's also another feature which is cross-border testing. So today when a startup or when a small company grows nationally and wants to expand, it's often very complicated. So of course, because of culture, language, and even business reasons. But another reason that makes it complicated to expand is the regulatory side. So the objective of this feature of cross-border testing is to be able to test the new product or the same product but in a different environment with the new regulatory environment where the company wants to expand. So basically it's a feature that would help, once again, innovators and regulators to work together to encourage innovation in financial services. And of course, on this platform there are also content that is useful for companies but also for supervisors. Content on the latest financial news, content on the latest policies, but also content on the different events happening in FinTech in the European Union. What I just explained was the first phase of development of the digital finance platform. Recently, a couple of months ago, the second phase of development of the platform started, and it's with the creation of a new data hub. So the objective of this new data hub that is built on top of the digital finance platform is to have a place where there is data exchange between supervisors and market participants. The objective is to have the supervisors share their data in a synthetic way so that fintechs and more broadly innovative companies can use this data to test new products or applications and train AI, artificial intelligence and machine learning models. So all this can seem a bit abstract, especially since the data that supervisors hold is usually very sensitive and requires very high level of privacy and confidentiality requirements. This is why we've decided to use synthetic data for this data exchange. So what is synthetic data? This type of data is similar to anonymized data, but it's not traceable and not identifiable. The data that it will become synthetic is similar to the original data, and with the same characteristics, but it's created from scratch, so it's impossible to trace back the data. So basically, at the European Commission, what we've decided to do for this data hub is that we are working with an external company that is providing the synthesization software, and we're also working with a data services team that will accompany the national supervisor during the whole process of synthesizing the data and uploading the data on the data hub. So basically, the competent authorities with whom we work already have installed the software in their own premises, where they feed the software with their data, and only the synthetic data set leaves the premises of the national authority to be uploaded on the data hub. Once there's a list of data sets on the data hub, market participants can then have access to this list. I mean, they can view the list and then they can request access by filling in an application. In this application, it is asked for which use case they will use the data and for which product or service or application. So basically, once they've been granted access to this data, they can download the data and use it for the purpose that they told us they would use it for. The objective of this data hub is for supervisors to be a bit more aware of what's happening on the market and to be up to date on the latest technologies, the latest innovations on the markets. And then, of course, for the market side, it's a huge benefit for them because companies have been asking to have access to this data for many years now, and we finally have a solution that is compliant with all the privacy requirements and confidentiality requirements for them to be able to access this data. This was a presentation of the digital finance platform and the new data hub. We've just recently updated the FinTech mapping with new companies and new data, and we've also launched the data hub for participants, whether on the supervisory side or on the market side. It's open to any company or any supervisor from the European Union.